Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and vitamin D. Where is vitamin D? Hold on, let me set my laptop aside. I'm assuming there's no vitamin D, and you probably can tell is like a living hell out there. And what I mean by live in hell, it's super cloudy. I've been here for 2 days. Welcome to the Gazillionaires Club, by the way. I've been here for 2 days and I found this perfect camping spot. You know, pretty much up there is the lake. And last night was the first night that I started a campfire. I had that tree like a roof over my head, like the branch is sticking out, and then the reflection of the campfire shining on the shed, and it was silent last night. I mean, I heard the water and stuff like that, but man, when I looked up in the sky, it was full of stars. I was out there for 2 or 3 hours, but man, it was just like super chillaxing. I wrote myself a little, you know, when it comes to poetry, for me, you know, is to able to describe what I'm feeling at the time so that the reader, you can be there with me. That's the whole point of me writing, and it's for, you know, it's for me to express myself and for me to remember. Now, there are so many mosquitoes here. And when I say a lot of mosquitoes, I mean a lot of mosquitoes. And like, if you were to step outside right now, you know, I've learned a few things about mosquitoes, but only the female bite. You know, put repellent, and I don't mean the stuff at the store. I mean, some of those repellents, they have like weird ingredients on there. I like to use the natural ingredients. You know, but they still get on you. So my suggestion is wear thick clothing. Bitch, please. Light in color, because yeah, they tend to attract a lot of you know, dark color like gray and like sweatpants. Even though they can't penetrate the, you know, the layer, but man, like when I went out there with my sweatpants, all over, like you're talking about both legs, and there are at least like 10 or 15 on there. And I remember a long time ago, I used to be this small person. I'm so small, I can't change anything, I can't make an impact. And then the Buddha came to my sleep and he was like, Kun, if you think you're small, try sleeping with a mosquito. Blew me away. From that day on forward, I'm enlightened, bitches. I realized that every mosquito that get in the car, I must eliminate it because it's going to eliminate me. You know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, that's what happened when teaching goes wrong. But I do hope you get the message, right? Because if you think that you're small, you think that you cannot change the world, you think that you cannot make a positive impact, often put yourself in the shoes of the mosquito. Have you ever tried sleeping with a mosquito? Yeah. Horrible. Anyway, yesterday when I got here, I met I mean, everywhere I go, I call people my friend, whether they are old. Usually I met a lot of, like, you know, people that are older than me. And I call them my friend. I call them my friend because, like, human beings are friendly, I guess. I mean, you know, there are roughly about 7.5 billion people on Earth. And for me to travel on my journey and to meet someone, you know, that's also doing the same thing, or even if they're not doing the same thing, even if they're just out here camping, I take that wholeheartedly, meaning that like every encounter is special to me. And her name is Tracy-baby. That's her actual name. And I was like, wow, it's pretty cool. But she's probably around like my mom's age, you know, and like she like I asked her like, you know, what's she doing, and she's pretty much out here trying enjoying life on a spiritual journey. And like I think the word spiritual is overrated, but I think she's just out here trying to have a good time, relax, get away from the city. And you know, I mean, when you're out here, you don't think much, but other than enjoying yourself, and then question like, what am I doing here? Pretty much like, you know, private time, personal time. And when I see people do that, I get really excited. I like, wow, you know. Me personally, I love spending time by myself. So shout out to Tracy-baby. So pretty much like, you know, she is pretty much trying to find her, not finding her purpose, but kind of like, you know, like we talked about like what happened after we die. Like, do we reincarnate into an animal, or a human being, you know? And then I was like, well, I think that we reincarnate into a human being or something beyond, because, you know, when we look at animals, they think in a certain way, you know, because of the animal kingdom. And the way that they think is a dimension. There are infinite dimensions, right? And it blew me away when she asked the question, like, what about the mountain? And then at that moment, you know, even in the Buddha's teaching, right, I was like the mountain, yes, I think it's a living entity. I think elements, water, earth, I think is a living entity. Have you ever go into the mountain and try to talk to a mountain? Like, you know, as much as I think that, okay, we're conscious, like, because I kind of gave her my definition of like, okay, what is God? What is, you know, what is the majority of religion trying to teach us, which is love, and try to find out the creator, like the, you know, our religion or our creator is the creator of all things. And I was like, you know, what if we started taking care of planet Earth? What if we start taking care of animals? What if we understand, you know, this whole thing, and we try to nourish it instead of destroying it? Wisdom. And then, you know, and then she was like, that's a good point. And then she was like, what about the mountain over there? And I was like, what about the mountain? I was like, you know, and at that moment when I asked her, I was like, wow, yes, you know, a mountain is a living entity. It doesn't have a brain and an immune system, but it can be something much higher. Go into the mountain, because I've been in the mountain, I've been to the valleys, the peaks, and, you know, the basin, the desert, right here. I mean, I've been doing a lot of, just like ever since I started my journey, everywhere I go, if I see a place, I just kind of like, you know, I write things down, and I was like, try to best describe it. But this is the rough draft, and eventually I will make it a second book, you know, other than the Bipolar Poet. And this is going to be another one. It's like the second edition. But yeah, you know, like it's pretty cool. Like, she started talking about her family, and you know, pretty interesting stuff. And at the end of the conversation, she asked me if I can record a video, like, you know, just because her daughters like really worry about her, like, being out here, just like kind of like, I mean, her whole family is kind of worried about her, like, what are you doing? Why are you traveling? You know. And I get it, you know, because like when I started my journey, I mean, a lot of people thought, you know, like people like, you know, not all those wonder are lost. And I believe that. I mean, just because we want to spend time by ourselves, we want to spend time in nature, we want to, you know, just be away from the city. There's nothing bad about it. I mean, for me, it's much more relaxing. You get to meet, like, all of the people that I've met so far. They are really, really nice people. And I think it's great. But at the end of our conversation, I mean, she's still like a couple of doors down, or she's pretty much like right next door. But at the end of our conversation, she was like, "Hey, can you record? Can I record a video of you, and then I'll send it to my daughter or my family?" I mean, I couldn't say no. It would be like weird. But then I was like, "Hey, my name is Khan. I met your mom, and I guess we're on this journey trying to understand, the purpose of life or enjoying nature. She's out here, she's safe, and I think that nothing in life happened, nothing in life happened randomly. It's everything has a purpose, and even like and I kind of kept it short, and I was like, yeah, your mom is safe, and it was a pleasure meeting her, and we kind of said bye. So it was a good encounter. I didn't expect to be here at this park because it just randomly showed up on the map, and I was like, okay, let's check it out. But it's been, I mean, I had a blast last night. Other than the mosquitoes, everything was okay. A little bit windy today. It was super windy today, and even on the weather forecast, they say that watch out for flood. And I've never been in a flood. I don't know what it's like right next to the lake. I mean, it's pretty dry out here, so I was wondering what they're talking about. But anyways, my friend, much love. So that's where I'm at. Probably going to be here for the next like couple of days because I like to chill. I mean, I'm not in a hurry, and just getting things done, wrapping things up, enjoying my time. So wherever you are, I'm sending you love. Make sure you go out there, get some fresh air, get some vitamin D, stay away from those damn mosquitoes. And my friend, I will have that video of of the night or last night when I was stargazing. I don't have the equipment to make it perfect, so it would have to be during the daytime using the iPhone. I wish I have the equipment where I can record at night. Oh my God, it would be so mesmerizing. So my friend, ta-da, wherever you are.